Foreign women are making black women homeless. Guys, as we see soft guy era continuing to skyrocket, women are crying and screeching and hollering about inflation. They don't know how anyone else is surviving right now, and yet you have all of these insta insta 304s, uh, you know, just getting really disrespectful online, flexing cash, acting like they are living their best lives when in reality they've sold out their futures for instant gratification in the present. Many of them will be broke in a number of years. Many of them will end up homeless in a number of years. Can you imagine going from millionaire to bum over the course of 4 to 5 years, and no one is going to cry for you? No one is going to cry for you. And the craziest part about this is that these women will never recover. I'm going to explain to you the reason why they will never recover. There was some time. It was some time back when I was dealing with a lot of things. I was stressed out. I had to deal with tax concerns, a lot of stuff, and I was just like, it's like I just wanted to give up. I wanted to give up. What actually helped me was the manosphere. And you're gonna say, well, how did the manosphere help you? The manosphere helped me because I thought that the world was over. I thought there was nothing I could do about the situation. And then I come to the manosphere with this problem. But my problems, I think, well, listen, this is a unique problem. You don't know what's going on. And I just open up a video, and I have one guy who's going on about like how much money he owes to the IRS, and it's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this dude is facing bankruptcy, and he's just smoking a cigar. And I'm like, holy cow. Yeah, bro, I don't owe that kind of money. I don't owe that kind of money. My boy, I don't owe that kind of money. And it's when you look at how men are resilient and how are able to rebuild themselves through hardship that really tells you about the life of a man, that men can suffer, women cannot. These women who are making all of this money on OnlyFools and LonelyFans, many of them are ending up owing the IRS large amounts of money. When I say large amounts of money, for me, a couple $1,000s was stressful, especially when there's hell going on around you and you're like, what the heck? I don't have to pay this huge tax bill. Come on. But for these women owe the IRS tens of thousands. That's in the lower end, and very often hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're not paying their taxes for their OnlyFools. They get the money and they spend the money. They get the money, and it's amazing how a lot of these women, but I shouldn't it's common sense and reasoning. They don't even know that the government is not automatically taking a piece of that. So for example, they get like, I think it's like a 70-30 split, 70-30 split, something like that. So they get 70% of whatever income comes in, and OnlyFools takes 30% of that. So if they make $10,000 in a month, they'll get 7,000, and OnlyFools will take $3,000. The thing is that they'll sit around thinking that 30% that OnlyFools is taking is going to cover their tax liability. Like if you're working a normal 9 to 5 job and your taxes are automatically deducted, they'll say, well, oh, I thought my taxes were automatically deducted. Because women act like they're on this pedestal. They think they're better than men. They think they're smarter than men. They say they're stronger than men because that's what feminism tells them. It says that you're smarter, you're stronger, you're wiser. You can, and it fills their heads with all of these things, so they don't think that they have to work hard for anything. They don't think that they have to actually go and get an accountant and learn about accounting. They think that that they could just bat their eyes and get out of every problem that exists because they are women, and this is just how reality has been for them for so long. They don't understand that when you're dealing with groups like the IRS, they don't give a damn. They don't care. Like if you owe them a penny, they will flip the world upside down to come and get that penny. And it's striking, but it's just how it's the reality of it. And these women have no literacy whatsoever. What do you do when you get into trouble with the IRS? Who do you call? I mean, guys, there's a lot of people who have accountants. You know, when I started my business from day one, you know, when I started my business, I had an accountant, and not just an accountant, I had an accounting firm, that I have to pay for, regularly. Okay, it was crazy, and these people were idiots, and they had all these degrees and certifications, and you know, all kinds of stuff, and they were idiots. And I had so much stress because they were not doing their jobs properly. Like whenever tax time came around, I had to literally go through everything with an iron comb. And the moment that I don't pay careful attention to what these people are doing and check the taxes myself or anything, something goes wrong. Because this is the reality of the world. Even when you try to do everything right, guys, I've had so many issues with accountants. I've had so many accountants screw me over. Accountants. So this just tells you that I've been trying to do everything right, and I'm still accountable for it all because I could have done better. Even when I tried to do the best I could, I should have done better because I'm still. And of course, you know, these people, they're scumbags. But think about this carefully. These women, they're not using accountants. They're not using accountants. They're not budgeting. They're not doing any of these things. They're not keeping track of any of this money. So what's happening, guys? What is happening here? They're blowing it all, and then they're getting themselves into massive amounts of debt, and they're ending up homeless. And as soft guy era is kicking off and getting into high gear, these women can't pay bills. These women can't do anything. The men are leaving the United States. They are going overseas. Men are walking away from Western society and relationships in Western society. What that means is if men remain in Western society, they're not dating, they're not marrying, they're not cohabitating. They're focusing on themselves. They're focusing on their own self-preservation and self-care. They're in their Hakuna Matata era. Okay, ain't no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy, Hakuna Matata. Okay, they're making enough money to survive and thrive, and that's it. They're not trying to do anything extra. They're avoiding relationships. They're avoiding dating. Any extra money that they have, they are putting into Bitcoin. If a woman is really interested in them, if a woman really wants to date them, that woman is going to have to really go out of her way to really show that she can provide. These men are not messing around. These men are not playing games anymore. Y'all think this is a joke. This is not a joke. These men are very, very serious. Very, very serious. You know? They're making it clear, like, listen, if you want me, you're going to have to work for me. Look at this comment from this dude, MCL. He made a comment on my modern women are angry as men check out dating completely. And he says, all I know is there's women around the world, and I only attract women that chase me and allow me to be in my soft guy era. These men are not playing around. These men are not playing games, y'all. They're very serious. It started out as a joke. They're not playing games. They're very serious. I only attract women that chase me and allow me to be in my soft guy era because I am a king and I deserve it. In the jungle, the lioness feeds the lion. Guys, the lionesses do the hunting, and the lion sits around relaxing and sleeping all day because he is the king. And without the king, they're basically at the mercy of the jungle. Without the king, they are at the mercy of the jungle, despite everything. So the lionesses do almost all of the work. And no matter what, they cannot survive without the king because he is the king. And feminists would go, "Oh, that's total BS. You know, they don't need this. They don't need him. They don't need him. All right, lazy man lion." the moment that they do not have a king, they are at the mercy of all these predators. Okay? They are at the mercy of all of these different predators within the jungle. This is why they hunt together. They can take down a buffalo together. They can take down big game together. But by themselves, they're at the mercy. And feminists would go, oh, well, see, we could just fight together. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. One lion is equivalent to multiple lionesses. And the fact that he has that power allows him to stop it. It allows him to stop nonsense before it goes somewhere. He is the ultimate protector. And this guy said, note if you're a Leo zodiac sign that the soft guy era should make sense to you. And it is the philosophy you should embrace because you're a king and your lioness should be providing for you as the male lion king. This ain't a game. This ain't a game. These men are done. These men are done with the nonsense, done with the games. They've walked away. They've walked away from the BS. They've walked away from the nonsense. They've walked away. They've called it quits. They said, we're done with this. All right. If she likes me, she could take care of me. She could show me, she could treat me the way I deserve to be treated. All right. I don't want no dusties. I don't want no brokies. Okay. Bitcoin is flowers for men. Here, that's really how it is. By the way, guys, don't forget that I have another channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. Also, I have another channel called Men Walking Away. If you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more content like this, then head over to Men Walking Away. I release daily videos on that channel every day. There's a link to that channel in the description of the video. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Support my work. Enjoy the content. What do you guys think regarding this? Foreign women are making Black women homeless. I mean, this is the reality, but these women said that they did not want these men. And I said this once and I'll say it again. They will no longer have access to these men. That's just the reality of it. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments and we'll talk about it there. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men Walking Away. And cheers.